Our Collision 2017 coverage is proudly powered by Monster Products. Find the headphones and speakers that match your style at PLUGHITZlive.com/monster.
Sweet. We have our next interviewee here. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Please introduce yourself to the world. Tell us who you are.
I'm Matthew Olowicki. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, a current undergrad student at Michigan State University, majoring in advertising management.
Okay.
And I'm down here at Collision promoting my startup, Sympl.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about Sympl.
Well, Sympl is a mobile app right now that's geared towards students in higher education. It ensures that they can stay connected with their classmates once they leave the classroom. And so if you think about a college community, the biggest disconnect comes from the fact that there's thousands of students in one place at one time.
Right.
And so if I'm at home studying or I have a question or I need something answered, it's really hard currently for a student to get in contact with the classmate. They either have to go through Facebook or other social media profiles and ask who's taking what class and things like that.
Right.
And all those kind of factors could lead to, frustration throughout the process, especially with something like studying, which students tend to not like to do.
Yeah. So what does Sympl do
So
to fix this issue?
Oh, yes. With our app, all the student does is download it. They can put together their semester schedule on it, and from there we provide them with a list of students that they share classes with. They're allowed to set up study groups with their classmates. And then we have a calendar system that syncs all of the dates from the class syllabus into one location.
Oh, wow.
So the student will get push notifications saying, hey, you have an exam next Friday, or Project 2 is due on Wednesday, things like that.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's say I'm taking a chem class, and I sign up and I put all this stuff in the app, and then someone else does it. It lets me know who all of my classmates are.
Yes.
Okay.
And then not only does it do that, we have like a hotspot feature for our study group. So if you're on campus and you're getting ready to review material or you're looking to study, you can literally pull up the Sympl app, the map, and it shows you who's studying the classes that you're registered in right now. And if you click on that user, it shows you the time frame of the study group, how many people are in that study group, and if it looks good to you, you can ask to join, and they can either accept or decline your request.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
So this works for people who have the app as well.
Yes.
And then you mark like on Facebook, you tag where you are and how long you're going to be there.
Well, you don't even have to do that. Honestly, it does like the geotagging and things like that.
Okay.
So literally the only information you put in is the
I'm
subject
studying.
that you're studying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Wow.
studying and I'm studying this and I'm going to be doing it until this time.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the app just lets everybody know, and if anybody's taking the same class, or maybe I'm not taking it on the same day that you're taking it, but I want to study too, I just show up.
Right.
So it'll send you push notifications if someone's studying the same thing at any time.
Yes,
that they are?
if you enable that, you can opt in to have push notifications that notify you every time someone sets up a study group.
Okay.
Or you could just have the feature within the app, and if you're looking to study, just look on the map and it shows you who's studying
Okay.
your classes.
So this is a startup. So how long has it been around? The idea, at least.
The idea, the idea started about 3 or 4 years ago. It's changed a lot since then, but I actually play football at Michigan State, and one of my co-founders, he was one of my teammates. And so, in factoring in classes in football, we kind of put it aside, and I transferred. And so the idea, like the main Sympl idea, we began last year in May. That's when we incorporated, and then we began development in June of last year.
Okay.
Launched the beta in August at Michigan State University.
Okay, so the beta's already out. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And
How is it doing?
We had 300 students actually from Michigan State use our beta platform in August. They tested it throughout the fall semester, and then they provided feedback for us.
Okay.
And the main thing that we learned is that we needed to add functionality to our platform that would draw a student to use it daily. So back then with our first platform, the only thing that our app did was show the student who they share classes with through Facebook login. So if you're friends with someone and you're in the same class, it notifies you of that. Okay. And so going through the beta process, we learned surprisingly that there are a large number of college students that currently don't use Facebook. And so we had to figure out a way to expand beyond that and add functionality to our platform that'll make it look attractive to students.
Right.
And so that's how we added that's why we added the study group feature and then the class syllabus feature to help keep students up with relevant information.
so you said you are an undergraduate student.
Yes.
What year?
Senior. This is actually
Senior.
finals week for me. So.
All right. So you first thought of the idea when was it your idea?
Yes.
So you first thought of the idea when you were a freshman?
No, it actually came when I transferred back to Michigan State after my junior year. I got a lot of my friends asking, you know, what classes are you in? Who are your professors? What section? And so I found myself sending my schedule to about 8 to 10 different people. And so I went online looking for a platform where I could just put my schedule in one time and it sends it to everybody that I know. But I couldn't find anything like that.
Yeah,
And so
because there's nothing like that.
Exactly, which
Okay.
is, especially with something like education, you would think something like this would exist, but
Right.
it just didn't. And so problem solving, I'm a really analytical person, so just came up with a plan, reached out to people, built a team, and
Is there like
Here
a professor thing in there where you can like, this is the professor I'm taking, this is what he's like and stuff like that, or
Like with
Yes.
office hours, like,
oh yeah.
will you like put the syllabus
Oh yeah.
in there as well?
Yes. So we show all relevant information pertaining to class, everything from your professor's email address to their office
Oh,
hour times and
wow.
locations. The syllabus is on there, so all project dates,
That is
the
awesome.
points associated with the assignments. You can see everything right there on your phone.
Okay.
that's crazy.
Hmm.
So wait, I know you already said this, but how long have you guys been like in an app?
Like a finished one.
Yeah.
We launched the beta in August last year, and we
Alright.
started development in June.
So a couple
Okay.
months.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
So
How long do you think before you have something solid and final, and this is what we're happy with?
The fall.
Okay.
We plan on launching at 3 schools in the fall. So we were actually at South by Southwest in March, and we were able to make like a great number of connections with universities.
Okay.
Currently, we're in contact with 20 plus, 4 of them foreign, and they're all just like, what do we need to do in order to get your platform out here?
That's awesome.
yeah.
Hmm.
And where is it right now? The platform.
Michigan State.
So it's
and-
at your university.
Yes.
And is it being implemented right now?
Well, we're talking to him. We actually just had a meeting. We had lunch with the president of Michigan State, President Simon, and she loved it. She was just like, okay, we need to get this on. We scheduled a follow-up meeting with her. So,
And that's when it's going to be launching in the fall at your school.
well, it'll be at Michigan State over the summer. So we
Okay.
can start getting research, tracking data, and things like that. And then for the fall, that's when we're going to do our full launch.
And that's when it goes to how many universities do you have in mind right now?
Well, right now 3, including Michigan State. It'll be MSU, Arizona State, and University of Texas Austin. Only because we have really great connections with some higher ups in administration there,
Okay.
and so it's just negotiating, coming to terms, and then
If you need help in
implementing.
Florida, I got you.
we need help everywhere.
I've got.
I never turned it down.
I attend a university in Florida, and it's a new university, and it's relatively small. But this is still it's still an issue with where your app is going. And I have friends in multiple different universities in Florida, so I can if you need a connection, I can help with
We
that.
need a connection.
I can definitely help you with my university. It's a smaller university, but it's still something. It's still
small,
another
big.
university.
Exactly. Small, big. One thing that we've learned over this short period of time is that college students all go through the same thing. There's all this great disconnect in universities.
And still just study groups.
Right.
Like still getting yourself out there and studying with other people that like are learning the same things and you're still struggling with the same things, or even if they're not struggling with the same things, then they know the material.
Exactly.
So-
And then there's a whole underlying like piece to it with the whole networking. You know, students tend to put off thinking about afterlife of college and networking until that time actually comes. With a platform like ours, they're being able to build those interpersonal relationships within their classrooms, and that carries over into the business world. Because if you can't network yourself, I mean, you can't really level up or go beyond.
All right, I got 2 questions then.
Okay. I've got one too.
Question 1: how much does this cost?
Well, it'll be free for the students. Us being students ourselves,
That's amazing.
we know
We're
that.
college students.
Exactly. And it's needed. A lot of the resources right now that actually help, I mean, they charge students for it.
Right.
And so our plan is going through the universities, licensing it out to them, and then them making it available for their students.
Okay, and question 2, is this going to be, and this is the important question for me, is this an iOS or is this Android?
Both.
Both.
Okay,
iOS
good.
and Android.
Perfect.
Good, because Android gets all the cool stuff late, and that makes me angry.
Yeah.
We're honestly, the beautiful thing about us is that we're college students. Like, we're a part of our market. So a lot of the problems that they deal with, we deal with. Like, we
Right.
all deal with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your like funding plan for for this?
Well, currently up to date, we've been bootstrapping. All money out of pocket. It's gotten us this far. But
Okay.
you being a college student, that money's very limited.
Yeah.
So right now, I mean, we're looking for angel investors. We've been accepted to some accelerator programs, so that's
Nice.
that's pretty beautiful.
Okay.
But with something like education, we're looking for a passionate, like somebody that's really passionate about trying to make sure that students get the right resources that they need in order to reach their academic potential. So,
Yeah.
And how is Collision treating you?
it's nice. It's,
Yeah?
it's wonderful, honestly.
Have you learned anything?
We've been connected with people that have connections with universities, people in the business world that have been where we haven't been before.
Okay.
One thing that I believe is that sometimes, like, what you can learn from others and, like, their experiences, it goes further than any amount of money. So we've gained, like, a lot from the experience of being down here.
Okay. Definitely. I think it's awesome that you have started this idea from scratch while you were going through college and while you were doing that. I think it's an awesome thing.
Thank you.
And it's something that all college students have a problem with. And it's not really like looked, not too many people notice because, I mean, we're college students and it's basically just in our community. But I think it's a great idea.
Can I ask, so, like, for studying or connecting with classmates right now, like, what do you do?
I normally just
Facebook?
yeah, and my friends.
Okay.
I stick with my friends, and then, like, if anyone, like, asks, because people are like, oh, are you guys studying for this? I'm like, yeah, like, we'll be over here, so then we have to, like, communicate over Facebook or something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's not really, like, anything. It's
As
not
intricate.
Yeah, as intricate as what your app is.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I was just curious.
But, yeah, I actually want to get your information after this, and I've got friends at USF.
Oh, yes.
And are you familiar with USF? I'll use.
I've never been there, but I've heard of the school.
Yeah, and I have connections at University of Central Florida.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. Like you said, I mean, college students, they need it, and so I don't know. We're trying to get this to every school, honestly. We want to give all students the opportunity to reach their academic potential and meet people in class at the same time.
Definitely.
There's a stigma right now that goes about, with college, you can't be social or, like, don't be social. They always say you're there for your books, you're there for academics, focus on that. But I mean,
the social aspect is what
it's just as important,
Yeah.
Networking, meeting people, getting yourself out there,
Definitely.
making the right connections, the right relevant ones.
Okay, so if we wanted to learn more about, or if our viewers wanted to learn more about you and your app, where could they go?
Well, our website is www.sympl.info, so it's kind of easy to remember because it's a little bit different. On Instagram, we are at Keep It Simple, so it's Keep It and then SYMPL.
Okay.
And those are the two best ways, honestly.
Okay. Awesome. All
Thank
right.
you very much, man.
Thank you for
been
this
awesome.
opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
man.
hope you have a great rest of your show.
Thank you. You too.
Awesome.